Hey guys, I'm just here again. I'm going to make a video on David again. This guy, to me, this is a true Christian science. I think a real Christian scientist is someone who backs up Christianity and scientific views. Again, I am not a Christian person. Uh, I do believe in a flat Earth. And I don't believe in science, so I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe in science, but I don't like this individual because I know he works for the establishment, and he's the type of person that I guess they've hired, where his job is to promote a globe Earth, like Ben Hovine, and he goes against uh, evolution, which is scientific. But then he becomes a choosy Christian, and he's like, "Oh, I won't choose to believe in evolution, but it's fine. I can believe people landed on the moon, which the Bible says is in the firmament." He won't go and explain the firmament though, and then he won't. Yeah, he would just choose and pick all these different things. So here he's going to mock flat Earth. Um, and then he's going to talk about evolution, mock that, and then he's going to go into the scientific view of what the globe is, and we'll just watch the video and I'll comment after.
Many of the ancients believed that the Earth was a flat disk or plane sitting on the back of a giant turtle.
Actually, I have to stop it right here because he said many of the ancients believed that that the world was a disk, and minusing the turtle part and the elephants, the very Bible that he reads, the very people he speaks about from the Bible, those people, those ancient peoples, which are the Israelites, the Jews, they actually believed that the earth was a disk, and he does not even mention this. So the Bible is a flat earth book. If you don't believe me, says right here, the Hebrews regarded the earth as a plane, which means flat, or a hill figure like a hemisphere swimming on water. And they believed in this thing called the firmament. And the firmament is the structure above the atmosphere, conceived as a vast solid dome. These are ancient people that have written the very book that he bases his life on. He won't get into this belief of a domed and a flat earth. He just makes fun of it, of the earth being flat, but he won't mention anything according to what the Jewish people believe. The very people who wrote the book that he lives his life by. Here we go.
Who floated in a giant pool of water. Quite a fanciful story. It sounds like a fairy tale, but still quite a complex and detailed idea. There's another fanciful story, a complex and detailed theory that starts with a lot of time, a lot of matter that came into existence from nothing, a violent event, best described to the layperson as an explosion in space, and the coalescing of that explosion into complex systems, structure, physics, and laws. Simply put, order out of chaos by random chance. A direct contradiction to the very laws of nature. Now, Job is often regarded as the oldest book in our Bible, yet many claim that the Bible is only a fairy tale containing no real science. We read in Job 26 that God hangs the earth upon nothing. Not a turtle, not a flat disk, but a globe with space all around it.
It's funny, this is the only verse that round earthers have to the Christians or any globe earther will come on like, oh no, wait a minute, this one verse compared to like more than a dozen verses in the Bible. I believe there's like 50. There was this other Christian guy, very popular. He did like 50 quotes in the Bible that says that the earth is flat, but it's really not. And he was debunking the flat earth. But this guy David, he uses this one verse. That is the only verse that I can kind of give them that I'll say, you know what, it does sound like that. In fact, I used to be a Christian, and I was a youth pastor, and I I remember that my church used to bring this up and say, "Oh, the Earth is it's hanging in space, so it's true, this and that." But he just said that the Bible says that the Earth is a globe. Um,
The globe with space all around it. That God hangs the earth upon nothing. Not a turtle, not a flat disk, but a globe with...
the Bible never mentions the word globe, so it mentions circle. So this guy's totally programming us. Look at all the circles. Well, these are true circles. This is not a three-dimensional uh, image of a circle. But the way that this is drawn makes it seem like there's curvature and whatnot. Um, but I don't know. This kind of looks like sigil magic, showing you rings and circles, all that, just programming you, like uh, just hypnotizing you. But like I was saying, this right here, this thing he just said is the Bible says that it's a globe. It does not. He just totally slipped one in, totally programming you. Another thing is, I've been researching this verse. I think if someone can help me out, I've been trying to research the part where in the quote says hangeth, because hangeth can when you hang something, this doesn't mean that the verse gives credibility to that it might be a flat earth, but either in the Hebrew language, well, the word hangeth itself means that it might not be supported in the bottom, but it's supported in the top, which kind of makes no sense in the case if he's saying that it's just suspended in nothingness and nothing. It's just, when he says hanging, just means like it's just there. There's nothing hanging it there, but it's hanging in the term that is like hovering. But if you want to take say, well, the Bible's literal, so I can say, well, it's hanging like a coat hangs on a coat rack and whatnot. But what I actually believe is that at that time, I believe that Job was trying to exalt God more than humanly possible, in the sense that Job knew and read that or in his times, there was the understanding that the earth was a disc and that there were pillars holding the earth up. And just out of him praising God, he actually gave God more power and said, no, you know what? There's not actually any pillars holding up the earth. They're hanging, and that they're hanging by the power of God. So again, that's just my belief. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just thinking because he's exalting God through his tribulation, and the deal between God and the devil was like, oh, let's see, let's give this guy misery. Let's see how much he loves you. So I think it was just Job's way of just like staying faithful to God.
Space all around. Long before it was shown that the Earth is a spherical mass in the vacuum of space, we could have predicted it, if only we had paid attention to the biblical account. A giant turtle, chance design, or a creator who hung the Earth in space and commanded the...
It's just funny right here. These globes, they're not moving the right direction. It's just like so confusing. Like these people, and I notice this in real life, when someone tries to hypnotize you, they're like constantly contradicting themselves. They're controlling movements of things. In this case, movements of like the figures you see in front of you. Like you're looking at this spinning, and it's like, oh my God! It's like it's meant to drive you crazy or to an acceptance. So we're finishing up right here.
Stars of heaven to shine. I'm David Reeves. Truly, the heavens declare the glory of God.
Again, I mentioned this in a previous video, and he just that's this guy like totally contradicting himself. The heavens declare the glory of God, and this verse is finished off, and the firmament shows the handiness of his hands. And where the Bible in the book of Psalms is talking about the firmament, this guy, he works or he knows where we live. This is how some Christians, well, majority Christians, they're all being duped to believe in science. It's because of people like this. I used to be in church, and these were some things that were taught in church, and it's just a very ugly thing that these people do, and I don't like them. So, yeah, comment on my video. Tell me what you think. Thank you.